Welcome to experiment number 8. Now, today we are going to perform a Raspberry Pi simulation into our Proteus, and then we will install Raspbian and also
सर
do the
सर
simulation.
लास्ट वीक का भी एक्सपेरिमेंट बाकी था आई थिंक.
Yes, yes. Uh, that experiment is pending. We will continue that after this particular experiment. Okay.
ओके सर.
So,
एक्सक्यूज मी सर
yes. So, all of you, please start Proteus.
हेलो सर
Yeah. Yes, you can ask your doubt. Okay. If there are no doubts, let's proceed. Go to the new project. Now just click next, 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 next so that you get to the actual Proteus window. Then you go to the file menu. Then here you have to select open sample project. Okay. Now here you have all the Raspberry Pi simulations. Now, what are the typical simulations available is 8-channel ADC, blinking LED, button and LED, Explore hat for Raspberry Pi GPS, Raspberry Pi Raw I2C, Raspberry Pi GPIO, Groove Pi button, tricolor LED, analog to digital converter, SPI, TFT with display camera. So this is what we are going to perform today. Then TFT display for drawing samples, Pi for Twitter, and UART. So total 15 examples are there. Now, unfortunately, you cannot change any hardware because it's a demo version of Proteus. So as soon as you do any hardware change, it will not run. It will ask you for a Raspberry Pi license separately. So here, what you have to do is first you just run the simulation. You should see your Lab Center logo onto your TFT screen. Okay, so this is a rotated TFT screen logo. Now, how we are getting this logo, we will just go through the programming. So if you go to the visual designer for this particular program, there are two ways to reach this visual
सर
design. First is, yes.
सर आपका स्क्रीन दिख ही नहीं रहा था अभी जस्ट आया
सर आपका स्क्रीन बहुत लैग हो रहा है. क्या आप जरा थोड़ा स्टार्टिंग से बोल सकते हो थोड़ा स्लोली.
Okay, I will just explain you again. Anyways, this thing is getting recorded, so you can look back at the recordings also. So first thing you have to go to the file, go for open sample project, click on that, select the option number. So first you go to this visual designer for Raspberry Pi, click on this and select the 12th number simulation and click open. Okay. So you'll reach till this point. Now, coming back to the programming for this particular thing, you have to right click, either go to the edit properties of Raspberry Pi and select edit firmware, or you can directly click on a visual design from the top window. Both will bring you to the block diagram programming for the Raspberry Pi. Now, Raspberry Pi has this programming window where you can just, I'm just zooming it so that it's visible and readable. So
सर
first
आपका
thing is,
स्क्रीन अटक गया है हमको कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा है सर
okay. Am I audible to you still?
हाँ सर
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will just stop recording and restart. Okay, I will just share the Proteus window. Is it visible to you now?
Yes, sir.
So here setup is the part of the program which will happen only once. First you click on load image, image equal to lab center dot png, angle equal to 90° end. So this will happen in the beginning. Second is if button, yes. Then set file system, capture rate of 25, image, uh, load image, fail image dot png, rotate at 90° if button is not pressed. And so once you start the coding, you should see this is the screen that you get. Okay. Now you have also connected a button. So you can just click on the button and leave. It will capture your image from your camera and should display that image here. In case not, it will show you a failure button. So this is about getting your image. Now how you will start with your own image? Again, go to the visual designer. Okay, so I guess simulation is still running. I have to stop it. Now here, what you have to do is change your resource file. The original Lab Center logo you can replace with your own picture. How to do that? Double click on it. You get some picture. Now, if you have your own picture stored onto your PC, just open that. Either you can right click the picture and select edit. I guess I have to share the full screen now with you. So let me just reshare. So here you have to right click on the image, any image that you have in your PC. क्या हो रहा है? Click on edit and then whatever image you have, just select. Okay. Now this is in the paint. So you can go to the home. You can first resize the image and make one of its boundary. See, if you go back to the original image of Lab Center and if you select here, you will see that entire pixels is 720 cross 720. So out of your picture, one of the number will be higher. Either this will be higher, horizontal, or this will be higher. So whichever is the higher number, you set it to 720. Okay. And then click OK. So this will resize my picture. Now Control C, you copy that particular picture, come to your Lab Center logo and paste it. Okay. Try to bring it in center somewhere so that it is equally visible from both sides. And then you just save it. Clear with this thing? So again, I'm telling you what to do. First, you come to your Proteus. You click on this Lab Center logo.png. It will open here in the paint. Then you open any of your picture from your Windows machine. Right click on your picture. Click on edit. It should open in the paint. Then you select all. Go to the home. Go to the resize and go to the pixels. Now bigger number you have to set to 720. Click OK. Then Control C to copy this particular picture. Come back to the Lab Center logo and paste this. And then file save. Now if you run your simulation, you should see the updated picture on this particular TFT screen. Okay. Now since there was a rotation of 90°, you can see the rotated image. If you don't want this rotation, again you can go to the source angle, double click on it, and instead of 90, just put 0 and say OK. And again when you run, you should see the output of your own picture onto the TFT screen. Okay, so all of you till this point, and again when you press button, camera of your computer should get turned on. That is alternative to a PyCam, and then you can display the particular image onto the TFT screen. So you have to replace this image with your own image. And then this is the demo of a Raspberry Pi in Proteus. Now let's see how to do it on actual Raspberry Pi. So let me stop this. Again, I will tell you the next steps. I will stop recording till this point so that it is separately recorded for the next part.